The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this evening's matchup of Major League Indoor Soccer. We have a South Conference matchup between Salt Lake City, Utah, and Las Vegas. Salt Lake have a 7-3 record, and they are the team to watch today as they are still vying for a playoff spot. So be on the lookout for Salt Lake City to potentially get a win here if they can. They will be playing Las Vegas. This is the first of a doubleheader, 2 games back to back for these two teams. They will play each other today and they will play each other tomorrow as well. And so Salt Lake City needs to win at least one of these games in order to qualify for the playoffs, or they can get in by getting an overtime win one game and at least an overtime loss, if not a win, the next game. So they need to, either way, they need to score at least 3 points in order to make the playoffs and leapfrog Orlando. Orlando are currently in the lead or have the playoff spot. They have completed all of their games. Orlando has 23 points. They have completed all 12 regular season games. Amarillo has 27 points. They are in first place. And so while Salt Lake City could get 27 points if they defeat Las Vegas in back-to-back games today and tomorrow, due to the goal difference, they will not be able to leapfrog Amarillo for a playoff spot. And so it is between Salt Lake and Orlando for the second playoff spot in the South Conference. Las Vegas is already eliminated with their 3-7 record. And they are, in fact, 0-4 here at home, which I guess is a good thing for Salt Lake because both of these games will be played at home in Vegas. And so that might turn to Salt Lake's favor. So Salt Lake needs to win at least one game, whether it's today or tomorrow, in order to qualify for the playoffs. Otherwise, if they lose both of their games, or at least get an overtime loss in both games, then they will be eliminated from postseason. So it's looking pretty decent for Salt Lake right now. They're on a 3-game win streak, which goes in their favor as well. So they have the hot hand, and they will be playing a Vegas team that is on a 3-game losing streak. So that is not something you like to see if you are a fan of Vegas. But granted, the team, unfortunately for them, is already eliminated from the postseason. But in a matter of moments, we will get started with this contest. I want to say that the team in red will be Vegas, but do not quote me on that just yet. We will have to see what uniforms the other team walks out on to the field with. So it's just a matter of time for opening kickoff Either way, again, a very important match for Salt Lake. They are vying for a playoff spot. Again, they're on a 3-game win streak. Vegas and Salt Lake have played each other twice. Vegas and Salt Lake have played each other twice so far this season, and Salt Lake has won both contests. They won the very first game of the season by a scoreline of 9-3, and then they won a game more recently in January by a scoreline of 13-10. For Vegas, they have a minus 36 goal difference there. They have 47 goals scored compared to 83 against. They're 0-4 in home games. For Vegas, the player to watch out for is Alejandro Silva. He leads the team with 8 goals. For Salt Lake City, again, on a 3-game winning streak, they have 91 goals scored on the season, 71 goals against, with a plus 20 goal difference. So they do not have the goal difference numbers compared to the other teams that have clinched the playoffs. Amarillo have already clinched the playoff spot due to the nature that they have a plus 65 goal difference. In Orlando have a plus 33 goal difference, yet their campaign is over. And so Salt Lake is looking to leapfrog Orlando again as they are 2 points behind. Again, a win tonight would clinch a playoff spot for Salt Lake and eliminate Orlando. After Orlando seemingly had a playoff spot on lock, but Orlando ended up having a 3-game losing skid to go from 7-3 or 7-2-2, I should say, all the way back to 7-3 or 7-5-2. Salt Lake City are 7-3-0, looking to improve to get that 8th win. But Dallas is eliminated. Vegas, the team that will be playing Salt Lake, also eliminated. Boulder eliminated. And Amarillo have qualified. Orlando and Salt Lake, we will see what happens. All right. And with just a little bit of time before the game starts, let's kick it out to a commercial. We will see you closer to kickoff.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gamebridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, graded assists. Gamebridge, graded assists for your savings.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
come, I sing my song grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca Camp.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gamebridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, great at assists. Gamebridge, great at assists for your savings.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
In Barca Camp, I sing my song grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca Camp.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gamebridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, great at assists. Gamebridge, great at assists for your savings.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Ladies and gents, welcome back. The first quarter is about to get underway between Las Vegas and Salt Lake City. Again, all eyes are on Salt Lake City for this matchup. Vegas is already eliminated from the playoffs. These two teams face each other in back-to-back games, one tonight and one tomorrow. Salt Lake City needs to win at least one of those games outright in order to clinch a playoff spot and bounce Orlando from the playoffs. So you can see the teams warming up on each side. And so contrary to my initial belief, it looks like Vegas will be the team in red based on uniform assignments. And Salt Lake City will be in white. And so it looks as if Salt Lake will take the opening kickoff. Here will be Chris Reyes to take this opening kickoff for Salt Lake City. And here we go. First quarter underway. Major League Indoor Soccer between Utah Uprising and Las Vegas Turf Monsters. Vegas in red attacking from right to left in this first quarter, whereas Utah will be attacking from left to right. So Matthias Lucas is in goal for Utah. He just punted the ball out of bounds, and it will be a direct free kick pretty early on here for Vegas. It's going to be Lamar Hayes that's over the ball right now. Looking for a shot. Oh, just to the left. Hits the left post and sneaks out. Utah a little bit lucky there. And they're feeling a lot of pressure from Vegas. Vegas knows their situation. They have to defeat Utah in both of these games pretty much in order to eliminate Utah from the playoffs. And you can guarantee that, especially with this being in Vegas's home arena, that they will be looking to do just that. It's going to Daniel Nicholas. Lifted back up over, but it's going to be taken away by Utah. Cutting across. You can see also just the sunset coming in. That could cause a deflection, and that's going to be a goal early on for Las Vegas. What a strike by the forward, number 7, Preston Manthe. My goodness gracious.
Good. Middle. Good. Yes. Good.
Preston Manthe scores the first goal for Vegas, and all of a sudden, Utah find themselves in a little bit of predicament early on in this game. And this is exactly what Orlando want. Orlando need Utah to lose. But however, a giveaway. Oh, and an incredible defensive effort from Vegas.
Go, Lamar. Go. Lamar, you got to stretch. You stretch. Preston!
Now it's Manthe. driving upfield. It's taken away by Utah. They try to spin this one back around. We'll see who they can find. Again, it goes back towards Lucas. Reyes. We'll send it forward. Trying to find an open man. Oh, and it's just a cross, but a good defensive effort from Vegas. Reyes to Sobrera, and that's going to be to the left. Just curves a little bit too hard. And taken back by Vegas. Brought down Anthony Asiu. Or Anthony Aceves, I believe. My apologies there. Jacob Nicholas. Punt this one, goalkeeper for Vegas. And now cutting across. Not bad for Lamar Hayes. But Vegas still with it. It gets taken away, though. Utah have it now as they drive up that left wing. Trying to get through everybody, but Nicholas is there to take it away. Not for long, though. Utah get it back, and that is a quick recovery and a save there. Reyes trying to find some openings for Utah. Reyes gets it back. They're going to just play it back. Go towards Guy Leem. Now Lucas. Sobrera. Lucas. Sobrera again. Sobrera cutting it forward towards that right wing. Now back on that left side. Trying to find it once again. There's James Pena. But now a wide open player for Vegas. Let's see what they can do. Oh, takes a wicked strike, but it gets deflected off. Chris Reyes off the wall. Will go back to his teammate. Now Lucas will play back towards Reyes. Back towards Lucas. Again, Utah need to win this game in order to clinch a playoff spot. They do have tomorrow as well, so if they stumble today and lose, they can always get that win tomorrow. But they would much rather go into tomorrow knowing that they have a win. But that might not happen. Not so fast. We got a goal from Lamar Hayes after a takeaway. And all of a sudden, Las Vegas are up 2-0 in this contest after the takeaway from Sobrera. Lamar Hayes with a wild shot, finding itself into the top right corner of the goal. And Vegas are all of a sudden up 2. Utah find themselves in an early hole, less than 5 minutes into this contest. Goes back to Lucas. We'll send it forward, but back beyond midfield. Just looking for teammates at this point. Guy Leem. Back towards Lucas. Now towards Jackson Bunn. Cutting it across. Back towards Bunn. Back across towards Pena. Now on top of the box. Guy Leem looking for a shot. Just a little bit towards the right. Lucas stepping all the way well out of his goal, trusting his outfielders to keep possession. That's going to be a wild shot by Pena. It was a little bit towards the left. And now Lucas just trying to take it away. Make sure Lamar Hayes doesn't get on the end of that. A lot of high press here from Vegas. You're going to play it towards the right. Looking for Braden Gibson. Ball will get launched well beyond midfield, but it will stay with Utah with Pena. Brought over. Lamar Hayes takes it now. He's going to try to take a shot if he can, or at least crossing the ball over, but no one was there for Vegas. Lucas is just going to play it off to some of his teammates that are nearby. And now Utah have some green grass. Reyes sprinting by everybody and just could not get it past the keeper. And they're calling a handball, and I think that's what the ref is calling. Jacob Nicholas grabbed the ball, but maybe not before a handball was called. And so a direct free kick from outside the box. Chris Reyes and Guy Leem standing over it. We'll see who's going to take it. Looks like it's Guy Leem. Takes a direct shot, tries for it through underneath the wall, but it doesn't connect. Still with Utah on that left side of the field. Now Lucas well beyond midfield. The goalkeeper. Reyes has it, but now it's stripped away. Here comes Vegas. Lamar Hayes driving up the field. Oh, man, just a little bit to the right. And that will be a stoppage in play. It's going to go in the other direction. So Utah don't need to panic yet. It's still the first quarter. About half of it has gone by, but they are down 2 to Vegas. Slide it across. Putting it through. Angel Gonzalez. That was a decent chance. Now Gonzalez brings it back towards the lane. Now to the top of the box. Oh, just a little bit to the right there. It was a good look for Reyes. Lucas. Mateus Lucas. Playing dangerously. Well beyond the keeper's area. Now here comes Vegas with a chance. Downfield and just a little bit over. Daniel Nicholas. It's a good chance, but it looks like we will have our immediate timeout. So we'll see you in a few moments for the remainder of the first.
In Barca camp, I sing my song Grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca camp.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network.
Welcome back to first quarter action here in Major League Indoor Soccer. So right before that timeout, looks like the ref will place the ball down for Mateus Lucas. It is a 2-0 lead for Las Vegas. Mateus Lucas will take it. And Utah looking for a way back into this game early. They're going to try on that left side. Now switching the field of play. A good look all towards that right side of the field. Now Sobrera takes a deflection that goes up and out. It was Dalton Gibson that had that first chance, and then Sobrera once again. Now Christopher Reyes. Trying to keep it with his team, but it gets taken away by Vegas. Trying to cut it back across. It's Preston Manthe, but it gets taken by Utah. Utah trying to lift it back over. Could not find the teammate there. So they'll try to win it back. Oh, good deflection, but Dalton Gibson had a nice shot. It was deflected by Vegas. Manthe has an opening for Aceves, and he just lifts that one a little bit too high. Now Matheus Lucas will drop it once again for his teammates.
On your right, Tony.
Cutting across. Here comes Reyes. Finds an opening on that right side. Trying to find Gibson. He's getting double teamed right now towards the boards. Trying to spring the ball free. Oh, and the keeper just kicks it away for Vegas. Manthe tries to win it for Vegas, but it stays with Utah. Now on that left side. Trying to chip it all the way up, and that gets kicked up before Reyes can get there. So should be a direct free kick for Utah. Christopher Reyes standing over the ball. Will play it wide towards Pena. Now Reyes. And we will have another stoppage. Now a free kick chance from a little bit closer range. What will Reyes look for? Can he find a way to orchestrate the first goal of the contest for Utah? Oh, tries to curl it around. Didn't get enough of it. Now they try to slide it through with Sobrera. Vegas will try to win it back, but they kick it a little bit too high. And once again, it'll be a third straight direct free kick for Utah. This time Sobrera will be on top of it. Tries to slide it nearby, and that's going to be kicked a little bit too high and out of play. And so 3 straight direct free kicks. None of them go in Utah's favor. Stays a 2-0 game in favor of Las Vegas. Now Nicholas will just launch this one as far as he can, but we picked up by Lucas. Lucas will send it towards Reyes on the left. Just trying to sneak beyond, trying to look for Sobrera. But now here's a chance for Vegas, who sneaks it towards that left post, but it deflects outside. Now Utah playing dangerously, but we're able to get out of that sticky situation. Now they have a good opportunity here. We'll opt to slow the game down a little bit. Play it towards Bunn. Now Matheus Lucas all the way up forward. Beyond the midfield line. Trying to spring something in his players. Cutting it back across the left. Taking a shot just over the crossbar. Stays with Jackson Bunn.
1.
Now Matheus Lucas again.
3.
Keepers can't have the ball for too long. They got to pass it. They'll send it through. Oh, across the face of goal, but nobody was there to put it away. Christopher Reyes. He's going to play it back towards Jackson Bunn. Now Reyes again. Now back to Bunn. Oh, just missed that connection. We'll slide it through, and Bunn slots it. Oh! home. Jackson Bunn takes a goal and gets one back for Utah Uprising. Cuts across from Braden Gibson and goes back to Jackson Bunn, who slots it home and gives Utah their first goal of today's game. Vegas still with a lead, 2-1 up, but they're going to commit a foul. And so that's going to come back to Utah. Lucas back towards Gibson. Gibson playing it wide. Lucas will take it. Now back towards Leem. Now the keeper taking a shot, and that requires a hefty save from goalkeeper Jacob Nicholas. Oh, we almost had a goalkeeper goal. It was not meant to be. Guy Leem trying to drive forward. But now here comes Vegas, trying to spring forward Matthew. Lucas. Send it towards Leem. Now it's lifted high up. Basically just clearing the ball at this point. Nobody's there for Utah. Vegas will take over. Goes all the way back towards Nicholas. Now they slide it through. Here comes Lamar Hayes. Trying to cut a couple defenders, but Reyes there to take it away. Now here comes Utah. Reyes has some space, but it's going to get deflected by Vegas. Guy Leem will get fouled. So Guy Leem. Lucas playing dangerously. It's worked out so far, but there's still a goal down. He's going to take a shot himself. Oh, no, he goes for a long-range pass, and he gets snuck into the bottom corner. Oh, the fake out. I thought he was going to take a shot, but Braden Gibson gets the shot himself and scores. Goes from a long-range shot to a direct pass towards Braden Gibson. And Gibson ties it up for Utah. And this is exactly what Utah need to get back into this game and try to find a playoff spot with their name on it. Vegas went from 2-0 up, and it is now 2-2. Will the first quarter end this way? Utah trying to sneak the ball forward. Guy Leem scanning his options. Try to play it towards Sobrera. Sobrera's open. Has a good look at it, and he finds the back of the net. And that is goal number 3, Leo Sobrera. Gets the lead for Utah. And that is huge for a team that's looking to make the playoffs. In Vegas, in just a matter of minutes, see their 2-0 lead not only vanquished, but now they're falling behind.
Do me a favor, step wide next time.
So here comes Vegas with about 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Can they conjure up something miraculous to send it into the second quarter on a draw? Lamar Hayes dribbling down the field, was trying to find a teammate, Manthe. But now it's Utah. It's off the wall, and it'll be out of bounds. It'll be a free kick.
It's off his foot. Relax.
It'll be a free kick in favor of Utah, much to the chagrin of Vegas. With about 5 seconds to go in the first, it looks as if Guyleen is open to seeing out the first quarter. All right, and a pretty eventful first quarter. Salt Lake City were down 2-0 by Vegas, but with the remaining few minutes of the first quarter, they managed to score 3 in a row, and now it's Salt Lake City with the lead. But Vegas went out to a hot start, scoring 2 goals in rather quick succession. In the first 4 minutes of the contest, this takeaway by Lamar Hayes and that succeeding shot was pretty exquisite. That all happened in the first 4 minutes, but they could not score again for the first quarter despite many attempts. And Salt Lake City managed to just sneak back in by getting 3 goals with Jackson Bunn and Braden Gibson and Leo Sobrea. So we will see you in a matter of moments for the start of the second quarter.
In Barca camp, I sing my song Grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca Camp.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network.
All right, welcome back towards the start of the second quarter here between Salt Lake City and Las Vegas. Salt Lake were down for a little bit, and for a majority of the first quarter, they were down as Vegas had a 2-0 lead after only 4 minutes. But by the end of the first, Salt Lake were able to score 3 unanswered and have taken the lead over Vegas, which is what Salt Lake need. Again, if they are looking to take the playoff spot away from Orlando. Salt Lake City with coming in this game with a 3-game win streak. Vegas with a 3-game losing streak. Orlando, the other playoff team that's watching this game most likely, with a 3-game losing streak as well. It is Utah and Salt Lake that have the lead, and that would take that playoff spot if they continue to maintain this lead. But 3 quarters of action to go. Second quarter, getting ready with Las Vegas looking set to take this kickoff. Lamar Hayes over the ball for Vegas. The field is swapped. Vegas will be attacking in red from left to right. Utah in white will be attacking from right to left. Looks like maybe some problems with the scoreboard in-house here. Maybe delaying the start of the second quarter. And we're underway. Second quarter is off once and for all. It is Vegas with possession to start things off as they took the opening kickoff. They're going to try to not only make a comeback here, but also restore their lead that they once had. Though the momentum, I would say, is completely with Utah. Lamar Hayes trying to take a wild shot that got deflected, but Lucas did well to keep his eyes on the ball and catch that one. And now Utah will have possession. Lucas sliding it towards the left. Cabrera running downfield. Will he go off the boards? He tries to sneak it across the face of goal. Did not get the angle he was looking for. Here comes Vegas. Driving down the field. Trying to cut it across. Finds a space and through the legs of Lucas. It's a solo goal. My goodness. Preston Manthe does all the work by himself as he cuts it across everybody and restores the game back to a 3-3 contest. Gets it back to even footing. And now Utah need to find a way to respond. If this game goes into overtime and Utah win, they would get 2 points. But hang on, Lamar Hayes trying to add and restore the lead that Vegas had. Advantage is still being played here. It's going to go across to the left, and Lucas will grab it. But as I was saying, if Utah win this via overtime, they'll get 2 points, but they'll still be behind Orlando in terms of goal difference. So they wouldn't make the playoffs just yet, but that would surely help them make their way. Christopher Reyes with a strike. Nobody was even near him. Utah. Christopher Reyes just bypasses everybody. Even the keeper, Jacob Nicholas, couldn't do anything about it. It was too quick. And just after Vegas tied the game once again, Utah regains their lead. So Vegas will take the kickoff. They got to figure something else out. They had Manthe do a solo goal for that third goal, but it was a quick response. Lamar Hayes just sends that one to the roof, and that's going to go back towards Lucas to restart this one for Utah. Back across for Gibson. Lucas. Cabrera faked it. Got it to his teammate. And it's Reyes. Just had too heavy of a touch there. Vegas will take over. It's a diving save there from Lucas. Try to play back out towards Reyes. A lot of players from Vegas, though, out in the open. And that's a wild shot by Alexis Moran. Goes well over, though. Possession will go back towards Utah. Now back across towards the face of goal, and that's a strike for Utah. And now their largest lead of the game. They are 2 up. Number 15, Jackson Bunn gets his brace. Second goal of the day for Jackson Bunn. And it is now 5-3 Utah, as they now have a 2-goal lead over Vegas. Vegas with a quick restart. Gonna be deflected. That's not good. It's a turnover, and that hits the back of the net. Cabrera gets his brace as well. Leo Sobrera scores at the end of the first and scores goal number 6 for Utah. And now 3 goals back to back for Utah, as they now have a 3-goal lead over Vegas. And the turnovers keep happening. Gibson now just trying to shoulder off the defender and find Reyes. Utah needs to pile on the goals. They know what's at stake. Vegas doesn't want them to do it, but they're conceding. Lucas just trying to clear that one. The pass was a little soft, but Gibson gets it back for Utah. Slides it, deflected. Oh, a back heel. I thought that was going to hit the back of the net. That was very smartly chosen in terms of the footwork, but did not connect. That would have been a highlight reel goal. Quick reflexes, but regardless, Dalton Gibson now has the ball for Utah. We'll slide it forward, and Utah will just stay with possession. Oh, but it's an easy giveaway, but it's a sliding save from Lucas. Oh, that was a near chance for Gabriel Lejondo. Now it's back across the wall. Oh, a bicycle kick. Oh, man, getting fancy with that one. It was a fantastic look. Maybe a little too stylish. Manthe for Vegas. Legendro. Back up across the ball, stays in for Vegas. Lamar Hayes driving forward, sidestepping, slips, loses possession. It's going to go back to Utah. But not for long, as Gabriel Nicholas picks it up for Vegas. A return for Utah, but not for long. Vegas wins it back, but gets tracked down. The sheer speed for Utah, able to win that ball back. Now it's back across. Reyes doing a lot of backtracking to make sure that Vegas doesn't turn the ball over, or force the turnover, I should say. Reyes will lift that one up towards that right side of the field. Utah has some open space here on that right side, but we're going to have a stoppage. And so it looks like it'll be a free kick in favor of Utah. Try to bounce off the wall. Oh, and it was a sitter. It was a sitter for Dalton Gibson, but he couldn't convert. But that one goes in the back of the net. Chris Reyes does net it. Incredible strike. And that is goal number 7 for Utah. So he cut it through, and yeah, just toe pokes it from the air into the back of the net. Jacob Nicholas couldn't do anything about it, and the game is starting to run away from Vegas. Since Vegas were up 2-0, it's been a 7-1 game. And it's been 4 unanswered goals, because this game was tied 3-3 at one point here in the second. But then it's been 4 unanswered goals from Utah. And that was almost an answer. Almost an answer from Daniel Nicholas. But once again, great reflexes from Utah's keeper, Lucas. We'll have a free kick, a direct free kick here. Jackson Bunn looks like he'll be standing over it for Utah. You got players to the left and to the right. Or Guy Leem might take this. He'll play it towards Bunn. Bunn trying to slide it through the wall. Jordan Pena now. Good little skill move there to bounce it through, and Pena scores! That's goal number 8 for Utah. And now they're starting to run away with it heavily. The set piece does convert after that quick turnaround skill move. And Daniel Nicholas, I should say, does not get there in time. Jacob Nicholas, the keeper, could not get there. It's been 5 unanswered goals for Utah, with still over half of the quarter to go. That was a little slip up for Utah. That's going to be a foul. However, going the other way. So, with that stoppage, we're going to look to see. It looks like it's going to be a one-on-one shootout situation. Christopher Reyes. For Utah. They have a chance. Reyes. To get Utah up 6. Oh, no, doesn't go through. And that was cleared away. And so that is no conversion on the shootout. Jacob Nicholas stands tall in goal. And Christopher Reyes does not convert. It will be a free kick once again. Guy Leem will take the free kick here. They'll play it back. Oh, and it looks like the keeper spent too much time with the ball. And so it's going to be a direct free kick, I believe, here for Vegas. We'll take a look at the shootout once again. Just using the legs. I think Reyes was trying to do maybe like a rainbow or just some sort of skill move to get out of the way or to bypass Nicholas. But the ball will go back towards Utah. Guy Leem. Back up Reyes. Oh, just misses that one. Gets stepped on, it looks like. Looking for the chip. And just could not get the direction in the angle that he was looking for. It's going to go back towards Utah. Vegas with it.
Good ball.
Nicholas. Nice through ball there. Trying to find Forrest Curry. But now Lamar Hayes gets brought down. Oh, and it's a blue card for Lamar Hayes. At least that's who I believe the ref was showing the blue card to. And if that's the case, it is going to be advantage Utah. I almost thought that was Utah that brought down Lamar Hayes, but maybe it was the other way around. And so just beyond the halfway point of this quarter, we will have a power play situation. It is Utah with the ball. And it is a 5-on-4 power play for Utah. They're up a man and up 5 goals. We'll see what they can do in this situation. Sobrera. Back to Sobrera. Ricardinho Sobrera back to Leo Sobrera. Oh, deflection gets picked up by Nicholas. He's going to try to just clear this one as far as he can. And Lucas will roll it out. Sobrera. And back to Reyes. Sobrera. Goes top of the box. Here comes Reyes once again trying to find that sneak. Lucas will play it out. Sobrera off the wall. Oh, and that's a beautiful goal. Converted into the back of the net. Guy Leem, I believe, was the last to touch it. As far as I know. And either way, that's going to be a timeout for here, as that was Salt Lake's 9th goal of the contest. We'll see you in a few moments for the remainder of the second quarter.
In Barca camp, I sing my song Grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca camp.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network.
Welcome back to Major League Indoor Soccer. Second quarter continues, but 6 goals have been scored unanswered by Utah. That is exactly what they need in order to find a way to win this game and clinch a playoff spot. That is what's on the line. Vegas trying their best to play spoiler. And it looked scary for Utah in the first quarter when Vegas had a 2-0 lead. But that feels like ages ago now. Utah have taken swift control. And the lead has changed hands. And Utah are the ones with a 9-3 lead. They had the most recent goal. And that was by Leo Sobrera, who scored that 9th goal. So here we go. Remainder of the second quarter. About 6 minutes to go till half. What can Vegas do? They've scored once. They scored the first goal of the second quarter, but since then have been blanketed by Utah. Reyes. Now towards Pena. Utah back with it. Pena. Reyes. Pena again. Lean. Pena. Sobrera. Trying to sidestep the defender if he can. Perhaps looking for a through ball, but didn't get enough juice on it. Vegas. Not had a lot of possession, but they'll get clipped for the foul. Vegas will have a free kick in their own half. They'll go back towards the keeper. Nicholas will drive it upfield if he can. It's going to get taken away by Lean. Lucas will take it. Pena. Lucas. Lean. Utah have definitely been slowing the game down. Trying to let the halftime clock bleed out. They understand their 6-goal lead. They could, if anything, start thinking about perhaps going for goal difference, trying to find a way to edge Orlando that way. But granted, wouldn't necessarily matter because the goal difference would allow them, if they got the goal difference, that would mean that they would have won at least one of their next 2 games, and therefore would have at least 1 more point than Orlando. So goal difference doesn't really matter that much in terms of a playoff spot. There's a good save by Nicholas there. Pena. Sobrera going to try and cut across, and it's a good save by Nicholas once again. Ball will get lifted high up. Pena will recover and send it back to Lucas. Vegas not pressing that highly anymore. I feel like they were pressing a little bit higher in the first half, or in first quarter, I should say. And back beyond midfield. Here comes Legendary. Send it forward. They have a player right on top of the box. Gonna send it across here from Moran. And then up over. And Aceves just couldn't get the ball down. It was a decent spell there for Vegas. Unable to make anything of it, though. Lean back to Lucas. And Utah gets back to work. Now around midfield. Gonna push it through. Lean has a chance. Perhaps an open for Pena. And that goes into the back of the net. And that's a goal for Utah as they net their 10th of the game. Let's take a look at this once more. Pena across. And yeah, just a beautiful strike. Just getting the goalkeepers out of position. Christopher Reyes, I believe, was the last to touch the ball and find the back of the net. And it's a 7-goal lead, 7 unanswered goals for Utah. Vegas needs something if they want any chance of playing spoiler here. Otherwise, tomorrow's game won't matter in the slightest. So the ball goes well up. It's going to go to Lucas. Utah trying to take a wild shot. Jackson Bunn trying to look for goal number 3 to get that hat trick in the first half. Would be something special. Now back off the wall. Here comes Vegas. Moran. Another thing you can point out to is the disparity in substitutions. Granted, it's not as much as you might think. Both teams have roughly 4 to 5 subs. It is 4 subs for Vegas and 5 for Utah, including the goalkeepers as substitutions. And so originally, based on team sheets, it looked more disparate as it actually seems. That being said, Vegas does have 1 less player to swap out to. So on average, their players will be getting more time on the field. They'll be spending more time. Might reduce energy levels. But either way, something happened during the second quarter where Vegas just couldn't handle Utah's press. Maybe that the huddle, the conversation between the end of the first and the start of the second quarter, something awoke inside Utah to realize, hey, we gotta do something about this game because there's a playoff spot on the line. They have less than a minute for this first half.
Went on. Again.
Little skirmish on that near side of the field, but it's going to be brought forward by Vegas. Vegas looking for a curler. It's a little bit too far to the left, and that one's just going to be a little bit too high. Ball will get stuck. Keeper's able to get that one back down pretty easily. About 20 seconds to go in the first half. It will be the equivalent of a corner kick here. Set piece chance for Vegas. A chance to have a second goal in this second quarter. Manthe to take it. Oh, tries to slide it through. Lamar Hayes had a good look at it. Now going to push it across once more. Looking to take a wild shot, but now out of position. Vegas able to recover. Less than 10 to go. It's going to go back towards Aceves. Manthe just couldn't get anything in time. And so that's going to be it for the first half. Salt Lake City, Utah has a 10-3 lead over Las Vegas. They're in fantastic position to claim the last playoff spot in the South and in the entire league. Take a look at some of these highlights where Salt Lake City just started pouring it on. It was equal in terms of goals at the time. It was 3-3 at one point. But for the remainder of this quarter, it was just goal after goal after goal. 7 goals unanswered. You can see a lot of these right here. Salt Lake City imposing their will and one step closer to a playoff spot. Will they get there? We will see you for the start of the second half after these highlights.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way.
Focus!
Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power.
Whatever it takes.
Trusted for over 100 years. Tiger Balm's proven herbal blend tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger so that you can rise above pain.
Let's make a Karate Kid.
And get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
In Barca camp, I sing my song Grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca Camp.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gamebridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, great at assists. Gamebridge, great at assists for your savings.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
Get double points this fall at Best Western.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way.
Focus!
Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power.
Whatever it takes.
Trusted for over 100 years. Tiger Balm's proven herbal blend tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger so that you can rise above pain.
Let's make a Karate Kid.
And get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
In Barca camp, I sing my song Grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca Camp.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
We all have goals. But let's be honest. Most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
Caitlin Clark, amazing at assists. Gamebridge, the ultimate assist for your savings. But ever since they teamed up, she's taken assisting to a whole new level. Caitlin Clark, great at assists. Gamebridge, great at assists for your savings.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
Get double points this fall at Best Western.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network. The National Soccer...
Ladies and gents, welcome to the start of the second half here in the Major League Indoor Soccer. It is a 10-3 lead for Salt Lake City over Las Vegas. For those of you just joining us, Salt Lake City are the team to watch. They need to win this game in order to make the playoffs, and they put on a phenomenal first half and even more phenomenal second quarter, I should say. They scored 3 goals in the first quarter, 7 in the second quarter alone. And so here we go, third quarter underway. The team in white, Utah. Team in red, Las Vegas. Utah will be attacking from left to right here. It is completely dark now, fully nighttime, so no more sunset rays entering the building, maybe messing with people's eyesights. Not sure if that may or may not have been a factor in the scoring throughout either quarter, but regardless, here we go. Third quarter underway. And you can see goalkeeper Mateus Lucas really liking to step way out of line and you know, play with fire for a little bit there. But Utah looking to pick things up right where they left off. They want to go into tomorrow already knowing that they have a playoff spot locked up. And Gibson has a possible chance if he makes a curling shot, but a solid deflection there from Vegas. Cuts it back around here for Pena. Gonna slide it through off the wall, and it does hit the back of the net. And Utah do pick up where they left off. And it's a hat trick for Christopher Reyes as Utah scored their 11th of the game. Only a minute into this third quarter, and Utah have already added to their tally. Vegas will take the kickoff. I'm wondering what's going through their minds right now. They had it. They were doing very well in the first quarter. Oh, never mind. And it looks like they're going to try to find a way back into this contest is what they're thinking. Number 7, Preston Manthe, has scored the last 2 goals, and now he's on a hat trick, I believe. I believe Manthe has 3 goals, whereas Lamar Hayes has 1. That is incredible. Manthe putting in the work here for Las Vegas, trying to make sure that they aren't down and out just yet. Is it too little, too late, though? That is only goal number 4. But it is the first goal that they've answered. Oh, and that's a curling shot from Lamar Hayes, but it's a save. Good catch from the keeper, Lucas. Utah trying to curl it. Oh, a little bit to the left. Lamar Hayes from Vegas will try to take it back. He's going to get brought down. No foul. Utah's going to continue to run through here. Sidestepping towards top of the box. Finds Guy Leem. Back towards Pena. Now Christopher Reyes. Slides it across, headed up. Oh, and it's an own goal from Vegas, gifting a goal to Utah. And they definitely did not need that off the wall. And it's headed up from Vegas. And it goes in the back of the net. I think that was Alexis Moran that got the header, and just a very unfortunate deflection. And that's when you know things just aren't going your way. If you're Vegas, just maybe a shot out of frustration from Hayes, but curls a little bit too far to the right. Don't blame him after that sequence of events. I've not seen an own goal here in the times I've called indoor soccer so far. that was something else. Either way, Vegas do seem to be playing this quarter with a little bit more of a fire than they had. Oh, man! Never mind. That was an unbelievable strike. Jordan Pena takes the ball, just drives up beyond midfield, and just with a perfect curl, gets it through everybody. Wow. And it is now 13-4. And not even 3 minutes have gone off the clock. That is incredible. Four goals have been scored in less than 3 minutes in this quarter. And in this half, goals are flying by. But Utah trying to ensure that they have this game won. It's going to cut back across here. Nicholas. Back to Hayes. Hayes trying to lift it high up. Trying to find Manthe. Deflected. Utah wins it back. Back to Lucas. Cutting it across. A lot of defenders there for Vegas. Dropped all the way back. Especially Hayes. And a few others. That shot just curled a little bit too far to the left. Vegas have a chance. Manthe diving save there. Punched out of the way by Lucas. End to end here in this third quarter. Reyes. Trying to maybe sidestep some defenders if he can, but that's poked away. And now Vegas with Lamar on that right side. Lamar Hayes trying to cut through a couple of defenders across the face of goal. No one there. Manthe's closest to it. He picks it up. He's going to just scan his options, looking for a direct shot, but it gets picked back up. Goes back towards Legend Dre, and Lamar Hayes tries for the turnaround. None of that goes in the back of the net, though. It was a great save, great double save from Utah and Lucas. Sobrera. Back to Ricardinho Sobrera. Send it across that left side of the field. And now to Gibson. It's one back by Vegas. It goes out of play.
And play.
Free kick for Utah. With less than 10 to go in this quarter. It was a fiery first 3 minutes. Not much the last two, although it's still been end to end. Trying to find that space, but it gets clipped away. Vegas. Now with a chance, Daniel Nicholas. Now Manthe. Trying to find Lamar Hayes, but it gets taken away. Jackson Bunn now. Sobrera. Trying to keep it. Christopher Hayes. Or Reyes, I should say. Just driving up field. Vegas. Not really applying much pressure here. Gibson. Back to Sobrera. And that is an incredible goal by Utah. My apologies. I was looking for a name change. I just got word that the previous goal scorer, number 28, is not Jordan Pena. It's Tavius Mejia. I guess I saw the name wrong on the back of the jersey, but let's take a look at this replay here. My apologies for missing this one. That's a crazy deflection. Wow, off of Christopher Reyes. He's well on a hat trick at this point, scoring 2 in this third quarter. So my apologies for missing that one live, guys. But 14-4 is your lead here for Utah. as Christopher. Oh, and that's not bad for Vegas as they try to make their way. See if they have any fight left in this contest. But got it. Tavius Mejia, number 28. That's what I had. That's what I had in one of my notes, but I think I had some contradicting numbers at some point. So my apologies to all of y'all watching. Oh, what an incredible strike just above the crossbar. So it's going to cut it back. But Utah will win it here. The lead is 10. This is exactly what Utah needed. They'll get 3 points for a win. Unless Vegas goes on some unreal 10-0 run, which you never know. We're only halfway through this third quarter. And so we got a quarter and a half to go. If Utah could score 7 in one quarter, then anything's possible. Vegas did have a lead at some point. And hey, this could be the start of something. Manthe with his third or fourth goal of the game. This guy is on fire for Vegas. Just able to bypass Matthias Lucas so easily. In Vegas, right before the media timeout, scores a goal once again. We'll see you in a few moments for the remainder of the third quarter.
In Barca camp, I sing my song Grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca camp.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network.
Welcome back to third quarter action here. Utah has a 9-goal lead. It was a 10-goal lead, but right before that media timeout, Las Vegas, through Preston Manthe, comes through and slots home what has been an incredible night for him as an individual. 4 goals out of the 5 that Vegas has in this contest. And so it's a 9-goal game. I'd say the door is slightly ajar still in terms of whether this game is over or not. Utah, of course, in firm control of the scoreline. But Vegas have scored 3, or they've scored 2, I should say, in this quarter. Granted, Utah have 4 in the third. Nice little sidestep right there. And this could be a nice curler that goes underneath the crossbar and in. James Pena with a goal. Able to bring back that 10-goal lead. Game recognizes game. What an unbelievable strike from James Pena. Able to push that into that top corner. Just take a look. My goodness. Unbelievable. And so the scoreline is 15-5 here for Utah. Vegas on the attacking half. Curling it around just too far to the left. It was a good ground strike, though. Sending it upfield. Back through Acebes. Near that halfway line. We'll play it all the way back towards Nicholas. Manthe. Little back heel towards Acebes. Osvas trying for a really long ranging shot. He really wants something to go his way, but a lot of his strikes just have not been on target, unfortunately, have all been a little bit too powerful. They've been over the crossbar. And so the ball will go back towards Utah. A lot of pressure from Vegas. Utah weren't able to advance the way they want, so they're going to have to start back from their own half. Gibson back towards Lucas. Now Mejia. Nice little combination passing, and that one just an easy slot for Sobrera. Able to come through, and that's now an 11-goal lead for Utah Uprising. Leo Sobrera just able to find that connection with Christopher Reyes and put that one behind. And Utah now have their 16th goal of the contest. 2 more goals from Utah without an answer from Vegas, and they will have the same amount of goal difference as Orlando has. Orlando's on a plus 33. What a save by Lucas. Orlando's on plus 33 right now. Utah was plus 20 entering this game. They have plus 11 this game, so that's a plus 31 total. So if they score 2 more goals without an answer from Vegas, it'll be a plus 33. Vegas with a near answer, though. See a player fall inside the box. No foul called, though. Utah's going to continue to take possession in their own half, and they'll try to lift this one high up. It hits the ceiling. It does. So it'll be a direct free kick here for Vegas. We're going to debate who takes this one. Manthi might be the one to stand over it. He's got the hot foot, but instead it's going to go. Oh, Manthi will take this one. Takes a strike, but might have been a teammate in the way. And so now here comes Christopher Reyes. Trying to slide it across. Mejia. Perhaps for a second goal. Just a little bit too far to the right. Does that go over the line? It does not. I think some players were appealing. Either way, it's Vegas tracking forward. Try to slide it through, but Lucas, easy grab. Play it. Game's starting to get a little out of reach for Vegas now. But if they can just get some momentum and score some goals without Utah answering right away. However, the keeper just falls over the ball, was unable to trap it. And Christopher Reyes is also having a night of his own. Assists and goals all over the place from number 80, Christopher Reyes. The keeper just slides down, but is unable to trap the ball. Christopher Reyes comes through and pokes that one away. It is a 17-5 lead for Utah. Vegas looking for something. Aceves back from Manthi. Lamar Hayes trying to curl it around. No one was there. Leem goes back to Lamar Hayes for Vegas. Trying for a crazy shot, but just goes right to the keeper, Lucas. Back across Gibson. Now back for Sobrera. Sobrera again. Back and forth, but commits a turnover. Now here comes Vegas. They have a chance. It's a one-on-one, but Lucas with a diving kick save. Able to keep that ball out of goal. It will be a direct free kick for Vegas. But an incredible save with the right boot Now you have a chance here. Will it be Lamar Hayes? It won't be. Oh, what a strike. Looks like the keeper just got a fingertip on that one to divert its direction and get it beyond the goal. It'll be out for the equivalent of a corner kick for this set piece here. How will Vegas set this one up? They're going to kick it all the way out wide towards Aceves, who just tries a direct strike. And that goes up and out. And so just under 2.5 to go in this third quarter. Here come Utah. Lean. All the way back to Lucas. Lucas hasn't stepped beyond midfield in a minute now, but here he is. Maybe taking a strike for himself above the crossbar. He's having a little bit of fun now as he's passing it wide towards the left. It's going to force a turnover here. Might be a chance for Vegas to chip the keeper if there's space, but good defensive work from their attacking half. Goes Utah. Lamar Hayes trying to trap that ball, but that's going to be a little trip-up foul. And so with about 1:40 to go, Utah will have the ball deep in their own half. Play it back to Lucas. He's got Sabrera. Perhaps a good shot from Gibson, but it's a nice save by Nicholas. And now it's Lamar Hayes. Just loses the ball under his feet. Jackson Bunn with a nutmeg. Very dirty. Some skill moves. Sobrera. And that will be a whistle by the official. So we got under a minute to go here in this third quarter. Utah, of course, will take advantage. It is a 12-goal lead. This game's seemingly out of reach now. Oh, man, what a wild save from Jacob Nicholas. Had to juggle the ball a few times, but was able to get both hands on it. Oh, what a diving acrobatic save there from Lucas. Vegas still have a chance. Yes, again, diving to his left there. Beautiful work by Lucas. About 20 seconds to go. Utah, are they thinking one more attack for this quarter? A little bit of a slip from Sobrera. Trying to push it through. Nobody was there inside the box. Now it's just a launch forward. Nicholas just trying to get the ball as far away from his own goal as possible. Cutting it through. And Aceves couldn't get there in time. That's going to be it for the third quarter. It is a 12-goal lead for Salt Lake City. They extend their goal lead by 5. And it is now a 17-5 game. Salt Lake City is leading this one over Vegas. We will see you for the start of the fourth quarter.
I sing my song grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca Camp.
All right, and welcome back towards the Major League Indoor Soccer, the South Conference between South Lake City, Utah, and Las Vegas. Let's take a look at some of these replays here. And Salt Lake City, once again, just had a dominant performance in this third quarter, scoring 7 goals compared to Vegas's 2, extending their lead to 12. And yeah, I remember, that one. Very unlucky. That's kind of when you knew. That was the second goal of the quarter for Utah. That was kind of a bad omen for Vegas, that own goal. It's kind of when you knew things were going to go in the direction of Salt Lake City. And he had a couple of good chances. Manthe was able to get his team back into this one. I believe he scored both goals for Vegas in that quarter. But besides that, it has been all Utah. Just systematic combination plays, pristine passing, and just even some goalkeeper errors and some lucky bounces. Whatever it takes. Salt Lake City doesn't care how they get the goals. They just know that they're going to have to in order to win this game and clinch that playoff spot. They can clinch today with a win because they're only 2 points behind Orlando. And those are the only 2 teams that are fighting for a playoff spot right now. You got Orlando right now currently in second place with 23 points. Salt Lake, if you don't take into effect this game right now, they are in third place with 21. But Orlando has no more games this season. Salt Lake have this one to finish out, and then tomorrow against this very same team in this very same building. Again, that game might not matter unless Vegas somehow pull off a miracle and score 12 unanswered goals in this quarter. So for all intents and purposes, Utah seemed to have this playoff spot locked up. But we'll see how this fourth quarter goes. Because anything can happen here in indoor soccer. Goals can be scored very rapidly. Start of the third quarter, there were 4 goals scored in less than 3 minutes. So anything can happen. Here we go. Start the final quarter here between Utah and Las Vegas. Can Vegas do anything to somehow find a way back into this? If they're able to score right away, that would be something. Utah's able to take it away. Of course, the sides have flipped once again. Vegas will be the ones attacking from left to right. Utah in white, attacking from right to left for this final quarter. 17-5 in favor of Utah is your current scoreline. Jacob Nicholas lifts this one up. Maybe he will try a goalkeeper goal, but that one lifts all the way up and over. It'll be brought back towards Utah. Lucas. Choose to lift this one up. Now around towards Jackson Bunn. Curling it, and it slots in! And that's a goal for Utah to extend the lead once more. And for all intents and purposes, slam the door shut. Jackson Bunn scores the 18th goal for Utah. And I believe he is also on a hat trick. He at least has 2. I know that for a fact. He might be on a hat trick. And so Jackson Bunn scoring the 18th goal here for Utah. Very impressive stuff. So it's a 13-goal lead with 14 minutes to go. Ooh, and a little bit of a clip to the boot. That one's going to sting for a little bit. The last 2 times these teams played each other, they were closer affairs. Salt Lake defeated Vegas in the very first game of the season by a scoreline of 9-3. And then a few months later, they played again, and Salt Lake won a little barely by 13-10 was the scoreline of that game. This one, however, is definitely a little bit more of a dominant performance, I would say, by Salt Lake. Mejia thinking about a shot. We'll play it towards Reyes. And back towards Lucas. In goal. They might have subbed out Lucas. I believe they put in Anderson Lapata in for goal. I can see number 0 on the keeper's jersey. And so Lapata now will just choose to play it. On that right side, Reyes still fighting hard. Even up 13. Yeah, I love the fight for Utah. That's going to go in favor of Vegas, though.
We have 1 minute left on the blue card.
And so I believe that foul that allowed, I didn't call it initially because I didn't see the card get waived, but the foul that clipped the heel or the cleat of the player from Vegas about a minute or two ago resulted in a blue card for Vegas. So Utah has been on a power play for the past minute and a half at this point. And so we'll see if they're able to take advantage. Of course, the 18th goal they scored was before that power play. So if they score a goal during the power play, then it'll end prematurely. But that ball is lifted high up. Dalton Gibson.
18 seconds on the power play.
With a solid chance, but ooh, decent look from Chris Reyes. Vegas just trying to clear it. The Utah. Here comes Mejia. You're going to take a wild shot, deflected away. Vegas should be back to 5 now. And they are. That one's going to go up and out. We'll go in favor of Vegas.
Stay there. That's your whistle.
And so Utah do not take full advantage of the power play that they had.
Now go back in front of them. Back out of there, Steven. Back out of there, Steven.
The ref will call that stoppage, maybe a little bit too handsy during that sequence. This one will go right back to Utah in a pretty dangerous spot. Play it to Mejia. Jackson Bunn, most recent goal scorer. Off the wall, and that's a beautiful strike. Christopher Reyes scores goal number 19 for Utah. Unbelievable assist using the boards for the ball to deflect back to Reyes. He was just wide open and able to punch that one home. And Utah continuing to just run away from this contest. Remember, it was a 2-0 lead for Vegas for a majority of the first quarter, but then the last couple of minutes, Manthe still putting in effort and still being rewarded with goals aplenty. I think that's goal number 5 for Manthe. And Vegas only have 6. What an incredible strike. Just a few minutes after or seconds, I should say, after the restart. Preston Manthe, by far the MVP for Vegas here in this contest. Keeping the scoreline from being even more embarrassing for Vegas. Manthe, what again? Unbelievable goals either way. The other goal scorer, Lamar Hayes, who I believe scored the second goal for Vegas. Now Lapara will pass it back for Utah. So 19-6 is their current scoreline. Gibson back towards Lapara. Gibson Trying to cut it through. Oh, that was not bad. James Pena looked like he had just seen it through. Thought the ball was going to have the trajectory to go into the back of the net. Manthe maybe trying for another solo effort, but a deflection. It's in. And that's a goal for Vegas. And now I don't want to say hang on a second, but hang on a second. Manthe with a couple of deflections. I think that might be an own goal on Sobrera. Ricardinho Sobrera.
Give it to him. There we go.
Based off that wild deflection that found its way into the bottom right corner. And so 2 quick goals from Vegas. And now with a little over 10 to go, they're only down 12. And so crazier things have happened. They're gonna slide this one through. Oh, and it's a great save by La Parra. They got to get out of there, Utah.
Go right, Lamar. Go right, Lamar.
Now Chris Reyes finds Pena. Utah just going to look to press as far up as they can. Lift it up. Gibson just couldn't find the connection he was looking for. So that'll be thrown all the way back. La Parra would just take it and just try to clear that one and bleed the clock as much as he can. Utah still have it. For an opening for Pena, lifting it up just over the crossbar. Reyes laying it down. Gibson with a chance. He sneaks it in. Oh, what an incredible goal. And Utah have goal number 20 of the day. It's just lifted just up and over and in. It's a fantastic look for Utah. Goal number 20. And despite Vegas scoring goals and trying their best to get back into this, La Parra, great save. Utah just always able to find an answer. Gibson once again trying to drive down the field. I believe that was actually James Pena that had scored that 20th goal. Number 31, I should say, for Utah. Vegas are still going to get the ball here. Lamar Hayes driving forward. Trying to find that cutback. Utah's going to win it back, though. And again, they're just going to, well, if they have open space, they're going to take it, of course. But they'll also just try to let the clock run out as much as they can. It's back across. It was Braden Gibson, goal scorer, number 20. What scored the number 20 had scored the 20th goal. How about that? But now Guyleem. Ooh, and a wild shot by La Parra. But now he's a little bit out of position. Will he get chipped over? It was close, and that one gets popped up by Lamar Hayes. You could tell based on the reaction that it was a close effort. Looks like Vegas are on 5 fouls, so they're 1 foul away from forcing a shootout for Utah. So we'll see if that ends up happening. Utah were awarded a shootout in the first half. It was unsuccessful. So if they get a shootout this half, we'll see if they'll try a different tactic to perhaps convert. Not that they'll have to. Vegas, we're trying valiantly. 7 goals is still rather impressive, but they've just allowed too many. This game is definitely far out of reach. At the point of needing to score 2 goals a minute. Sobrera towards the top of the box, lays it off towards Reyes. Sobrera wide open, has space and slots it home. Ricardinho Sobrera finds the back of the net. and sends that one home for goal number 21. And now Utah have 3 times as many goals as Vegas does. 21-7. So with just under 7 to go, less than half of this quarter, Vegas, at this point, just looking for some consolations. Vegas were already eliminated from the playoffs going into this one. They were 3-7. They were in 5th place in the South. They were ahead of Dallas. Dallas only had 1 point, as they were 1-10 Dallas. Boulder were 5-6. And so they were maybe looking to try to catch up to Boulder by the end of the season. Doesn't look like it'll happen. Lamar Hayes with a nice little curler to the left, but no one was there to recover. Now here's a good chance for Utah once again. They're going to spring forward. Gibson. Braden Gibson just had too heavy of a touch. Now Guy Leem will get it back to Gibson. Now Reyes up across, and that's going to be grabbed from the out. His feet were on the outside of the box, but his hands were inside the box, so still legal to use your hands to grab it there. A good save by LaPara. Guy Leem. Ref will say play on, despite a player from Vegas hitting the deck. Guy Leem. Oh, just. Oh, does that convert? Hang on a second. Is that a goal? Hang on. We'll have to check a replay. I'm not sure necessarily what the officials were whistling about, but it could be a goal. But either way, it's a media timeout. So we will see you guys for the remainder of this 4th quarter after this short break.
In Barca camp, I sing my song Grown on and off of the field. Don't miss the time to register.
Sign up now for Barca camp.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network.
All right, and welcome back towards the final 6 minutes or so of the 4th quarter. So that was an unbelievable strike from Guy Leem to make the difference, a 22-7 lead for Salt Lake City. Let's take a look at this again. Just a huge strike. And yeah, just finds that top right corner. I should have known based on the way he reacted and then seeing, of course, the audience with some cheers that it was a goal. But it was way too fast for me to find out. And so either way, Utah just putting their stamp on this one to the detriment of Orlando. Utah looked to rise from the ashes and take the last playoff spot after a few weeks ago, maybe about a month ago. It looked all but certain that Orlando was going to take that second playoff spot, but they started falling apart, losing 3 in a row to end their season. And Utah, this will be their 4th win in a row, climbing their way from the middle of that table in the South Conference and able to snatch that second playoff spot away from Orlando.
I got him. You stay right wide.
Gibson thinking about a strike himself. Seems like maybe everybody on the team has a goal except for him. Might be a few others still looking, the goalkeepers. Mejia back towards Gibson. Now LaPara. Well, speaking of the goalkeepers, taking a shot. Maybe they will. Going to go for the pass instead to Gibson. Now back across towards Bunn. Dalton Gibson. They seem content letting the clock run out. All of Vegas is practically defending at this point. Jackson Bunn. Christopher Reyes has had an unbelievable shift. Multiple goals. Multiple assists. Many points in total just on the evening. Oh, and he adds another to his tally. That is goal number 23 for Utah. And goal number, I want to say, like goal number 5 or 6, I want to say, for Christopher Reyes. Extending the team's lead 23-7. It is a 16 goal difference in favor of Utah. This one has gotten severely out of hand. Utah once again on that right side of the field. About 3 minutes to go in this contest before it's official that Utah will have that playoff spot. LaPara able to get it away from the strikers of Vegas. Gibson across the face of goal, just too fast whipping. Reyes, some skill to lift it high up, but it's headed away. And now maybe a chance here for Vegas. Gonna try and drive up the field. Maybe lay it off towards Manthe. Off the wall. Just couldn't find the teammate. Dalton Gibson doing well to defend that for Utah. Braden Gibson. LaPara. LaPara towards Reyes. Reyes back across the field. Under 2 to go. Utah just looking to see this one out. But Manthe has had an excellent night here for Vegas, despite the team overall not having that great of a night. I'm sorry, that was Daniel Nicholas that had the ball for a minute. Or either way, man of the match for Vegas, 1,000%, despite being in a losing effort, would have to be Preston Manthe. For Utah, it's tough. You could probably name a few. I would probably go with Christopher Reyes, the captain, number 80. There's just so many points, so many assists and goals for Utah. As we enter the final minute. Legend Dre trying to put it across. Vegas might not be done yet. Juggling on those left boards. Back towards Lamar Hayes. It's taken away by the defense of Utah. Oh, through the legs, Reyes. And they're still going to drive forward. Reyes, is he going to look for one more? Lamar Hayes does well to track him down with the last 20 seconds to go. And now it's going to go the other way. Vegas, maybe they want to put one more in the back of the net. Falls down. LaPara just gets it away just in time. Jackson Bunn couldn't get there in time. Maybe one last chance. And a shot just across the face of goal. And that is going to do it. Salt Lake City snatch the playoff spot from Orlando. In Salt Lake City, despite having a game to play tomorrow against Las Vegas once again, they will go into tomorrow already knowing that they will be advancing to the playoffs. An incredible performance for Salt Lake City. The scoreline, the final scoreline, is Salt Lake City 23 and Las Vegas 7. Vegas falls to 3-8 on the season. Salt Lake advances to 8-3 on the season. A very incredible performance. 30 goals scored across 60 minutes of game time, averaging a goal every 2 minutes. What a fascinating game, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to this contest. And we hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your night, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching, y'all.
The National Soccer Network presents the MLIS and WMLIS Finals weekend. 8 teams battling for a championship at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. Don't miss the excitement March 28th and 29th as the top indoor soccer teams compete for the title. Watch every match live and exclusively on the National Soccer Network.
Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.